Salutations, and welcome to another day of workout. Enjoy the music, enjoy your time. Make sure you are prepped, wearing flexible clothing. Yes, these are flexible clothing. It is cold in here. Make sure we don't wear anything that could keep us from doing a good job stretching and moving and mobilizing ourselves. Make sure we're breathing. We put our mat where we want it, in front of a mirror, so we can stare at it. Little cells. Yeah. All right. One. Breathe in through your nose and out your nose. Breathe in through your nose and out your nose. Hmm. This will be a good day then. All right. We're gonna do some nose breaths, and and since I forgot my nasal vents to help me breathe, basically I want to teach you how to open these nose muscles right here. Okay, interface muscles right there next to the open that, so you're staring at me right here. Make sure you can see. I'm not going to get too up close. Just make sure you're breathing through your nose, in and out. Make sure you're breathing. And what you're doing is you're getting your fingers right here on the muscles itself, okay? And when you open up these muscles in here, open it like, you have to like make those faces. Down with the upper lip, opening off the inside of the nostrils here. Up with the upper lip, and expand out this way with the muscles. In, out, down, up, kind of like that. And what that's doing is you're now controlling the muscles that opens up the air passageways that you may think are clogging you. Now you need to find it. Leave it there. Once you get those muscles where you want them, focus on keeping them there. To breathe in and out. It's also good to make sure you empty your nose before attempting. For us, of those who have 24-hour allergies. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to be doing what I need to do is spine and thoracic. All right, so today I'm going to be focusing on the spine, okay? But right now, we just need to warm up. Breathe through your nose and warm up. Stare at the mirror and warm up. And how we're going to do some warm ups is up to you, really. I've showed this in my previous video, the one I uploaded before this one, on how to do these arm stretches. Watch that video, because every video I get into, we're just going to be getting into stretches and movement and body movement. Good. Keep your body upright. Keep your nose open. Get those shoulder blades back. Keep breathing. 4 seconds in. 4 seconds out. 4 seconds in. 4 seconds out. See how I'm moving? And I'm breathing. And since I'm exercising, I'm using more right here breathing than here breathing. I'm coring a little bit, and I'm breathing into my chest, allowing the chest to expand. But I'm not using the chest muscles to expand. The diaphragm, the lungs itself, push up into the chest, expanding the chest and decompressing the chest and expanding the chest. Not my muscles. not the muscles. Arms out. We're doing wide circles. Just follow me. Just follow me. I'm going to be doing several motions so that way you can pick up the pace with me. I'm used to this. I will not exhaust out. You might. Keep breathing. Stay upright. Make sure your traps are not tightening. Make sure your traps are not tightening. Make sure the back of the cervical is not tightening. Keeping your head balanced. Keep circles. I didn't tell you to stop. Breathing. I didn't tell you to stop breathing. Keep your body upright. Keep your body upright. Keep your head balanced on your shoulders. Keep your spine balanced on each individual segment. We're just flowing through here. And we can dance too if you wanted to. Focusing on operating different legs at a time. Left hip. See, I'm going onto my right, onto my left, onto my right, onto my left. Go the other way. Now we're doing some butterflies. Keeping my head balanced and breathing through the nose. Flex those nose muscles to open up the passageway to where you need it. You'll find it. Keep the head up on the shoulders. This is a warm-up. How do you like the warm-up? Doing different things. I do these all the time. Strengthens the connected tissues. This strengthens those shoulder muscles, rhomboid muscles, trap muscles. Strengthens. Breathe it. Gain endurance. And why am I moving back and forth? Focus. It helps you focus. Keeps you from getting bored. Dance. Mosey. Look around. Stare at other people working out and see what they're doing. So that way you can maybe want to do that someday. Don't gander too long though. And move. There we go. Now slow. 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 Keep those arms up. Breathing. Stretch. Out. Stretch. Out. Stretch. Out. Stretch. Out. Oh, yes. We're going to turn around like here. Turn, and turn all the way. Face palms out. Breathe. And stretch. Elbows in. Then lift. Rhomboids back. Coring it up. Breathe into the chest. Chin up. Bend that back. Bend those elbows. Bend that back. Bend those elbows. Bend that back. Keep gripping your own fingers. Stay balanced. Your head should be loose this whole time. See, my head's all moving and wobbly and bobbly. See? Well, I've got my chest muscles. I'm using only certain muscles. Only use certain muscles. Keep that head back. And then twist. I'm going to do that again. Breathe up. Loosen up. Arms back. Elbows. Fire. Move with the rail with you. And bend. And up. Elbow up into the air. Other elbow down towards the foot. Upper elbow into the air. Breathing. Lower level to the foot. Upper elbow to the air. Let's face ya. Lower elbow to the foot. Upper elbow to the air. Breathing. and then up. Loosen up. Loosen up. Breathe and bend. Keep your feet planted. If you notice, I kept my hip here and I'm keeping my hip there, and my head is loose. Elbow up into the air. Elbow down into the ground. Elbow into the air. Elbow to the ground. Elbow into the air. Balance, balance, balance. Elbow to the ground. See? Elbow and up. You lose your balance, get back into it. Start all over. Stretch, 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 stretch. Keep those down, head falling, head loose. Stretch, keep stretching. Breathing through the chest. Expel all the air, all in it. Breathe in lightly. Breathe out lightly. Yeah, your nose is going to get stuffy right here because this is where we can do fish out of water. And this fish out of water is basically gasping and exhaling. So open your mouth all the way as you breathe in and do the same thing. Open out and breathe out like a gasp. Gasp out and inhale in like a gasp in and a gasp out. That right there is going to give you full amount of oxygen. But relax doing it. Don't tense up doing it. Remember not to tense your chest up. Remember to breathe in through your lungs and out through your lungs. And keep falling. Keep falling. Adjust your feet. Adjust your shoulders. Adjust your head. Keep falling. Keep the stretch going. Keep those legs straight. If you and fall forward. Stretch out to a forward fold. Stretching out into a forward fold, rising up, nice and easy. We used muscles to get up here, didn't we? And relaxing down. Stay straight. Don't slouch. Stay firm. Stay stoic. Stay up. Stay looking at yourself in your own eyes. Focus in your eyes. Adjust. Pretty yourself up. Find your footing. Find your bearings. Find your grounding. Again. Stretch down. Everything we're doing today is all about spinal works, but we have to work on all kinds of other muscles. And if you can see here, on like this, up into it, and squeeze those shoulder blades back. Breathing. Open those nostrils up. And bend. Make sure you're able to keep your head loose, your cranial loose. And bend. Breathing. Up. Don't bend back too far, just a comfortable far. And stretch. And bend. Elbow squeeze. Squeeze. Bend those elbows. And straighten those elbows and stretch. And bend. And bend. And up. And up. And up. And up. And bend. And bend. And bend. And bend. Stay focused. Breathing. Remember to do the fish out of the water, gasp in, gasp out if necessary to breathe. Never, never, ever breathe that way. Breathe in, gasp in there, and gasp out there. Relaxing. Put your hands on your head. Relax your head. Relax your body. Don't force them on your head. Just kind of relax them on your head. And now we're going to do some twisties and turnies, okay? Nice, easy stuff. Nice, easy stuff. And you're going to turn one way. Breathing. Remember my previous videos. Breathe in before you move. Breathe as you move. Breathe. And when you stop moving, you breathe. Breathe before you move. Breathe as you move. Breathe and breathe. And when you stop moving, you breathe. And before you move again, you breathe, then move. Breathing, moving, breathing, and expelling. Breathing, exhaling, breathing. Like, don't make sure these are not hard on your head. Just keep them nice and light. They're just for there for guidance and balance. So you're not exhausting your arms right now. We're focusing on the spine. And then and breathing and breathing and breathing. Get that elbow back. Keep that elbow pursuing its way towards the way you're going. Breathing. Remember, breathe in through the chest a lot. Breathe halfway out the chest. Breathe in through the chest. Breathe halfway out the chest. When you're in a stretch, keep the oxygen in you. Keep as much oxygen in you. And then breathe in. And after you expel and release. Breathing out and releasing. Breathing out. Oh, good. Oh, let's do that again. Breathe. And breathe. And breathe. Continue to twist. And look forward, but don't untwist. Untwist. Breathing. 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 Look forward, but stay in the twist. And breathing. Now we're going center, and we're going to do a new move. Just and breathe. And forward fold. Let's go ahead and just do a forward fold real quick. That was a lot of twisting. We're going to relax the back. There's a lot of relax the back. We're going to relax it. We're going to give it a moment of rest. Just let it dangle. Breathe. Gasp in if you got stuffy here, because we always feel stuffy when we're upside down. Our noses were not meant to breathe this way. It was meant to stop us so we don't drown. It is to prevent water and other moisture from getting in there. That's the reason why we stop breathing when we're upside down. And stretching, falling and stretching. Yeah, just keep going if you have to. We're going to do some leg stretches real quick because I feel I need to limber these guys up a little bit before we move into the next back stretch. So we'll add a little bit of leg in today. And just keep forward folding and into there. Just stretch as far as you can stretch. Some of you are more, some of you are less. Some of you probably got their head touching the heels, you know. There's other people like me who dangle there, and it feels like we have never accomplished. Oh, see, I'm touching my toes. See this? I'm touching the bottom of my toes, and I'm touching the mat with my fingertips, and nearly my palm, nearly. Well, it takes time to get there. I used to be, look at me, here. This is how far I used to stretch. This is pretty bad. I was like, breathe in, and breathe. You see how far I gotten? And it takes time. I started there and I got to there. Those who are starting where you are now will know that you will get more flexible by doing these stretches every single day. Every week you're just going to revert back. You do it once a month, you're going to revert back. You're not getting anywhere. Every day to do this. This is not yoga. This is not calisthenics type of stuff. I did not learn from any of those programs to do these things. I learned from myself and the things I had to do to get my body better. And now I'm going to show all of you what I've done. All right. In every single video. And we change it up every single video. Let's go ahead and stretch those legs. Let's straighten our bodies, get the kinks out of our neck. Let's go ahead and step back. You notice I was right here. Remember my previous video before this one that's going to be uploaded. We get on one foot, we step back, and now we are where we need to be. We aim forward, shoulders are going that way. Our hips are not forward. They're just bouncy right here. Our shoulders are that way. Forward fold into that. And I want to get these to straighten. All right, we want these to stay straight. This right here would be fine. Relax where it needs to be. You're really basically getting your whole upper body really just really balanced on this heel right here. Toes are right there touching. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Ah. And I want you to continue to make sure this here is behind your knee, your hammies, your gastrocs, and your soles are basically stretching. You can feel that tension. You can feel your whole shoulders just dropping and dropping as you can continue feeling the pull. And you're feeling the glute to open. The coccyx and sacrum and the muscles of the piriformis and the attachments and all the gluteus maximus attaching to that sacrum. You want all that to expand going that way. You know what I'm saying? Going that way. You can feel your hip going this way and your glute going that way and opening up, as well as the back of your knee going this way and expanding and opening up. And you just want to just keep staying there. Now, sometimes you have to also release out of this position, so you just want to straighten it back up a little bit, bend that knee. You notice I'm getting my hand right here, right there. I got my other hand right here. It's basically around my knee like this. I'm just basically right there. We have this here, nice and light, not heavy. I want to bend that knee, see how my right knee is actually still loose. I'm still got my entire balancing beam of my body on this heel. Still straightening, and I'm going down a bit, and I want to keep my shin perpendicular with the world, like this, L shape right here. We don't want to go further. We're not doing that. We want to stay balanced on our heels, balanced on the heel, balanced on the heel as we continue to open up the glute. Now we're basically getting our chest to fall into our quad above our knee. The shoulder is above the knee. The armpit's basically, your arm is aligned with this leg. It should be. And, I'm just dropping and dropping. Now I'm feeling the pull as well as I'm feeling the stretch. And I'm feeling myself using the muscle to stay balanced on my foot, on my heel, on my body, on my staying on here and everything. So I'm activating 3 different scenarios. And now I'm going to use this right back knee. Now we've stayed in this position for a moment. We're breathing through our nose. If we can't breathe through our nose, we gasp in and gasp out. Remember that to get that oxygen. Now we want to basically straighten the back leg and lessen that back leg. Bend it, bend it, bend it. Now I'm sitting here, I'm going down. My hips and glutes are going down. I'm opening everything up. I'm keeping this right here, right there where it needs to be. Now you can also hug. You can hug if you want. Get that shoulder into that knee now. This knee should be bent. This leg is still straight and L-shaping. And we're breathing. And we're going down into it. And now what we're doing is we're opening up that muscle right there. We're opening this muscle here. And we're nice and tight on the hammy. And we're nice and mid tight on the calf soleus. We're basically not even using this muscle. You can feel a little bit more right here for the sturdiness that we're going into the heel. And we're on the ball of foot. We're barely on the heel in the back over there. You just do what you got to do over here. You see I'm barely on it. I'm just using the ball just for balancing. Because I need to. And breathe and move. Breathe and straighten. See how I'm doing here? Go from here to here. Relaxing. We're going to do that again. Go into there again. Breathing and now straighten. Relax. Breathing. Going down. Yes, I do this all the time. It's part of the process. We are now lightly. Don't overdo it. Just let your body fall where we were. We're in that muscle. We're activating that muscle. Breathing. Gasping in as we straighten this leg. It stays balanced, it stays balanced. It goes up if it needs to, and then, we can also stretch it out a bit more and stretch it out more, releasing it more. We're going to do a few of these. Let's do a few of these. And now we're going to straighten that leg back up, go back into that leg, and hold, straighten that leg. Your body should be falling more and more each time. Relaxing it, going back down in there. Straighten that leg. Open it, forward fold up. Forward fold. See how I'm doing this? Step forward. Step back. Next leg. This is where get your water. See, I need to turn around to give you guys a whole new perspective on how I do this. I don't think you'll be able to see much back there. I hope you guys like my puns. All right. Straighten up, breathing. Straighten up. Those are feeling so much better. Yeah, those are feeling so much better after we stretched all that. Good. Now we're going to stretch the other leg. Make sure you're spreading equally and balanced. These right here, you're on this and you are on that, equally and balanced. See? Equally and balanced. Then you forward, equally and balanced. Knee forward, keep it straight. Forward, fold into there, and fall. Good. This is basically it. Now we got to make sure we put our hand back here, up here, like there, above the knee, below the knee, around the knee, right around here, but never on the calf. Never put your hand on the calf. There we go. Got to get back into position. Make sure you're breathing. It's hard for me to breathe with my head like this, so I have to do the fish out of water, which is gasping in, gasping out. Go easy with it. Too much oxygen can give you a head high. And also, you don't want to get dehydrated. Never blow in, never suck in. You gasp in, you gasp out. Never blow out, never suck in. That's going to dehydrate you. It's going to cause dehydration, fight and flight, muscle inactivity, all kinds of shit. So you want to basically gasp in and gasp out and lower yourself. Keep lowering yourself, gasping in, gasping out, lowering yourself, and then feel that whole hammy should be really tight. You are balanced. Make sure you adjust yourself to where you are balancing on this leg. So make sure this is not straight, kind of bent. So that way you're balancing on this leg. All right? That's the purpose of it. And just keep going. Falling and down that way, you want to keep stretching, keep holding, keep activating, keep softening, balancing, activating, going down. So I'm going down, I'm opening up. Now I'm going to get my thigh. This is L shape. This is going to be L shape. Yep. Balancing with the other leg. Yep. And then straighten. Breathing. And lower yourself. Keep the legs straight. Keep both legs straight. We want to feel the stretch here. Feel the stretch. Letting your upper body be that weight that you need to stretch everything. The problem is, to touch your toes, it's not, you're like, I can't touch my toes. My back don't bend that way. Well, it has nothing to do, it has something to do with your back, but not all of your back. Okay? It has something to do with your back, but not all of your back is the reason why you're not touching your toes. So you want to basically do these type of stretches, which stretches behind the knee, the hammy, and the calf. And that's the reason why mostly you cannot touch your toes. Secondly, is up here in the piriformis and the hips and opening up the hips right in this area. Another reason why you cannot touch your toes. So you saw before we started where I could touch my toes and how I was able to go down that far with my fingers. When we are done, we'll see how far we go after all of this stretching. All right? We'll test ourselves on that. So if you did see where before we started on how I was trying to touch my toes, if you tried that yourself and you're just staring at the screen, not doing it, and remember, everything I'm doing, you're supposed to be doing it too. Do follow the coaching, do follow this process. And if you notice here, I'm still stretching this guy because I really need to stretch it. And if you feel like that you stretched it enough, raise up a bit off that forward fold. Bend that knee. Don't just bend the knee while you're in fully in that forward fold. Don't do that. Rise up a bit, release the muscles from its tension, and then bend that knee, and then go back down into that knee and rest into it. Bend the back knee. That way you can get further and further into that stretch. Remember to stay on that heel so you're not wobbly. All right. Adjust it. You need to. Adjust your other leg. Make sure you're all on it. You're all on this guy. You just, your body should be able to stay here forever, but you feel that tension. You want to make sure your hip is going up into that air. You need to do this. Make sure your hips are going up into the air. Yep. Release. Hips going down into the ground now. You want those hips to go down. Release from that. Go up into the air again. And down. Down, down. Hold it there. And now straighten that leg and breathing. Okay, toes up. Toes down. Bend into your leg. Toes up. Toes down. Fall that upper body towards your heel. It should be basically going like towards your heel. Yeah. Toes up. Woo, keep them up. Breathing. Let's go ahead and get down a little bit. You guys can do it. You can stay in this space forever. Remember, you are running out of energy from it. Make sure you're breathing and gasping, and then you're like moving into the next position, trying to balance yourself. Kind of release off that forward fold a little bit, and then go back into it again. Remember, we got to release those muscles before we go back into the muscles. Release those muscles before you go back into those muscles. Release and breathe. And then go back into those muscles. Straighten that leg. We're going to do some straightenings and bendings and releasing. Go down into it. Straighten that leg. Make sure you're breathing. You're unforward folding. Bending that knee. Going back into your forward folding. Forward folding. Getting that hip down. Going hip up. Straightening that leg as your hip is going up. Now forward fold into that. Bend that knee, bend ball. Come on, get out of that forward fold and get out of that stretch. Oh, shake it all off. Ooh, I can really feel that old age. Now we're going to go ahead and work on some adductors. I really felt that earlier. So what we're going to do is separate a little bit. And forward fold. Now that we have our hips separated a little bit, forward folding. Yes, we need to do this too. And then as we forward fold, watch my first move. I'm going to come down and straighten. And I'm going to keep this here. And I'm going to come down. And I just want to there we go. Stay balanced. Spread your legs where you need to be. And then come back come up like this. Come up like this. Use your arms. Come up and walk yourself to the other side. Watch yourself to the other side. Yes, we're going to be doing some movements and opens. Filling yourself back up. You notice I used my leg. Come back down. And then go down. Come up, come up. Yes, we're using the power of our muscles to move. Takes a moment. This is a nice, good warm up. There we go. And we're going to come up and stretch. And then roll up. Hips forward. Hips forward. And now we got our legs. Relax the glutes. Make sure you're balanced. And then turn. We're going to do some more upper body. Breathe out of it. Breathe in. Remember, you're supposed to be breathing the same way I taught you to breathe in the beginning. You should have not ever stopped it. This whole time, breathing. Remember to breathe before you move. Breathe as you move. Breathe when moving. And when you're done moving, keep breathing. Keep moving. We're doing Qi Gong in multiple ways. Putting our body in a position that it needs to be in before we move the body in another position that it needs to be in before we move the body into another position that we need to get into. And then move from there and back to there and back to there, then back to there and back to there in a nice, good, slow, cautious breathing moment. Because your body forgot to move, your body forgets to move, your body then gets stuck in its own stuckness. Muscles get stuck with muscles. Bundles get bundled in bundles. Yes, bundles get bundled up with bundles. And this is how we open. Now move forward, fold. You should feel all that. Fold. And then come back up. Now we're going to do some twists. Arms out. There's a reason why we're sticking with our legs all the way because it turns the hip, turns the hip, turns the hip. Breathing, breathing, breathing. It turns the hip, turns the hip, turns the hip. Breathing, breathing, breathing. You're turning the spine, turning the spine, turning the spine. You're turning the spine, you're turning the hip and turning the spine. Now reach out, go all the way out, reach forward, and point. Come back up, balance yourself, reach out on the hip, reach out, point, and bring it back, snap it back. Yeah, do that. And point, breathing. And then, almost bounced myself. Come on up, come on up. Nice, walk it up like that. And then shake it all off. Good. Let's test ourselves. Let's see where we got. So I'm going to do my spread here. Breathe in. Fourfold. Fourfold. I just went down 3 inches. 3 inches. That's awesome. Yay. See, let's do that again. That was, let's see here where they're at with the full spread out. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in and down. Breathe in and down. Oh, almost palmed. And then come over here, back to in. It changes the hips. Breathe in. Forward, forward, gasped out all the way. And then bend. Let's go ahead and step on our fingers. Let's do that. And then we're just going to do some ups and downs like this. Whew. Good, good. Wonderful. Let's see, what else can we do for upper body twists and turns? Let's do some warriors. All right. And then bend. Oh, did I say reverse warrior? Hell yeah. We're supposed to be working with spines. And now reverse warrior. There we go. And then step forward. And all the way. All the way. Touch. Come back up. Bend. All the way again. Forward. And forward. Oh. And down. Let's do that again. And like I said, we're doing it multiple times. It's like taking basically our muscles operate like rubber bands. Gotta keep doing this to loosen it up. Our muscles are the same way. And so we can do this to our rubber band for 10 minutes and then now it's all nice and loosey-goosey. Our muscles, that was just one rubber band. We have thousands of rubber bands that connected to that bundle. And that one bundle is one joint. It's like you take 1,000 rubber bands and you try doing this. No, the same rubber band that you just did this with. Can't do it when you got a bunch there now. And that's what happens in our bundles. They get so freaking tight and you can barely move it. Barely move it. You need to let it go. You need to let that just rubber band just go. Oh, they should all be able to do it. Our muscles are pliable and should be able to bend and stretch the way it should, but it takes time. It takes movement. Lots of stretching, overly stretching movement. Don't hyperextend joints. You basically have to extend the muscles. Let's see where I'm at. You know what? I feel like I'm done. I want to go exercise. Good show today. I want you guys to basically keep doing what I did today. Follow this routine, and you're going to feel so much better. I'll do another one in the future. Happy holidays, and I hope you got a bunch of presents yesterday. Thank you for viewing. Subscribe, follow, share, and tell everybody about this.